Welcome to an episode on leadership. The subject being decision making in times of crisis. He's 80. Should we continue? That still rings in my head. Mrs. and Mr. R are an elderly couple who live alone in an empty nest, mind their own business, and are very, very agreeable. It's a little after 18:30 hours or 6:30 p.m. on a regular warm and humid Chennai evening, and a very worried Mrs. R calls the wife. She has just received a call from the local chemist that her husband had collapsed on his daily evening walks on the main road near the chemist and not too far from home. He was unconscious and had been transported to the local hospital some 400 meters away in an auto rickshaw. Time is ticking from the time of the episode. At that moment, I return home from work and, when informed, immediately rush to the rendezvous with Mrs. R at the car park, and we head to the hospital, which was less than a kilometer away. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time is ticking. We arrive at least 18 to 20 minutes since the episode, and the patient is still unconscious and in the emergency. There is still no pulse detected. The junior doctor on duty, DOD, and his team are administering CPR. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Through a contact, I get access to the owner of the hospital, who on her rounds meets me, and I request full cooperation of a team to revive the patient and reassure her that we are good for the money. The patient does not respond to CPR, there is still no pulse or heartbeat detected, and more time has passed. The DOD comes out to offer a progress report and his personal opinion on the way forward and to get our concurrence. The spouse, in a state of numbness, asks me to decide. I say, use a defibrillator and try again in a commanding tone. Sir, he's already 80. Do you really want us to continue? Please realize that even if he does revive, he could be a vegetable, brain dead, etc., etc., was the response from the doctor. Yes, we are aware. Just try it and we accept the risks. My heart is also racing by now, making a decision on behalf of someone else. But I was given command and could not procrastinate. It's now more than 30 minutes since the episode. The patient miraculously responds to defibrillation, revives, and his heart is pumping again, and he will be wheeled across the road for a CT scan. I call up a friendly neighborhood doctor and request his immediate presence at the CT scan. He rushes to the hospital in 6 minutes and in time to accompany the patient for the CT scan. The patient survives and his care is subsequently handed over on the next few days by his personal cardiologist and physician. There are no scars or telltale signs. It is miraculous. Today, he is hale and hearty, walking and having a sundowner while continuing his life like he always did. He is 90. All's well that ends well. It could well have been a different story. Lessons. While this worked out, and yet it may not have, in the following scenarios, that he does not revive and passes on. He revives and, like the DOD cautioned, could be confined to bed for a long time in a different state. Leadership is only tested in crisis. And when either earned or thrust into the spot, one must make a decision. There is no opportunity to procrastinate or sit on the fence because the crisis needs handling. Gut feeling, knowledge, and confidence is what we call upon. It could work, like in the above example, and it could go awry, or it could go wrong. That's fine, as good leaders need to take a call rather than letting things drift with no anchors or engine. Thank you.